It's okay to charge $100 to build a website. What? I know, sounds crazy, right? And normally I'd be saying, hey, that is way too low. You're entering the Fiverr Upwork market. But let me give you something that is going to be a bit of an eye opener to a lot of people. $100 for a website, I would never do that in the UK or United States, okay? We'd be charging a lot more. But did you know that in some countries and geographies, around the world, that is actually a pretty reasonable value and probably $150 or something like that? Let me explain. We had a live chat and we had a conversation with someone where they felt worried about telling us how much they were charging to build a charity website. In fact, they said it was being done for free because they didn't even want to tell us what the value was. After a bit of investigation, they then owned up to me what they were charging. And I said to them, there's nothing wrong with that. You think it's low because if you were to tell people, hey, I'm building a website for £150 or $150 or anything like that, by the way, that isn't the value they said, but give or take, you're a bit worried that people are going to laugh at you. And we are all kind of a little bit guilty of that when we talk about the Fiverr Upwork low market value. But let me give you something that is a real big eye-opener. $1,500. What does $1,500 mean to you right now? Please put it in the comments. I would love to know, what does that buy you? Now in the UK, $1,500 would convert to be about, I don't know, £1,200. On an average salary, that is almost the equivalent to about 10 days worth of salary. So in the UK, an average salary might be £3,000 before tax. After tax, it's going to come down. Let's just say roughly $3,000, okay? That $1,500, which will roughly be £1,200, is about 10 days worth of salary. In the United States, that might be about 6 days or 7 days worth of salary, okay? You are not going to want to be living off just that. You're going to be wanting to earn more. But in Sri Lanka, $1,500 is the equivalent, roughly, of 6 months' salary. Just take that in for a moment. What I would say was roughly 10 days worth of salary in the UK, maybe 5 or 6 days in the United States, is 6 months, 180 days, right? Sri Lanka, a year's salary would be an equivalent, roughly $3,000. Just get your head wrapped around that. So this person who was building a website for, let's just say, $150, and a lot of us would go, I would never do that. This was the equivalent of nearly 7 days of their salary. So what they're earning is going to cover 7 days of their salary. So what we would laugh at or kind of go, oh my God, we'd never do that. We shouldn't do that. We should be factoring in and thinking about geographies and locations around the world. Because when you take that $150 and benchmark it against the capita for that country in terms of earnings, they are actually earning more or doing better off than maybe someone in another more developed country. That's the fact of the matter. We did a survey, do you remember? And the results, we did a video of that about a couple of weeks ago. So all I'm saying is, if you are charging $150, $200 for a website, maybe $50 for a service, maybe that is value for money, not only for your client, but for you as well in what you charge. And just because maybe someone in the UK or anywhere else charges way more than that, 10 times more of that, put it into context, okay? Because in the UK, a lot of us, we would want to make sure that after 6 months, we were earning £30,000 before tax or anything like that. That's what we want to be earning. Imagine someone in Sri Lanka earning £30,000 after we've just established that $3,000 covers a year and roughly £2,400 covers a year. What does that make you think? So right now, don't tell me like what you charge, But what would $150 mean for you in your country? Would it cover an hour, a day, a month, a year, a decade? What does it mean for you? And when you reply, please put your country name and what does $150 mean for you. Hey, I'm Imran, Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you soon.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat.